Hi guys, Vechs here. Welcome back to Fallout 4, and I think it's time.
I've checked and rechecked everything. I think the signal interceptor's ready to go.
Oh,
Are you?
I'm excited about this. And oh man, I need to.
Shouldn't we test it first?
Not with a single frequency code. The second you arrive and the Institute figures out which signal we hijacked, they'll change the code, and we're locked out. This is a one-shot deal. So what do you say?
Yeah, all right.
Ready to give it a try?
I need to go fix that mod at some point. Yeah, I'm not gonna worry about it right now.
Let's do this.
All right. Head up onto the platform, and we'll see if I can find a signal to lock onto.
All right.
The device doesn't work from over there. You have to be on the platform.
I was just walking to it.
Refrain from opening fire inside the Institute. It could jeopardize our entire mission.
Okay.
Are you in or are you out? Make up your mind. Let's see. Relays dialed in. Beam emitters warmed up.
Oh boy.
Everything looks green. Let me start scanning for the signal. Cross your fingers. I'm inputting the code now. Wow, there's a heck of a lot of interference and ghosting. It's gonna take a minute or two to lock in. By the way, this little trip you're taking is a heck of an opportunity to find out as much as we can about the Institute and what they're up to. I put a clever little program on this holotape that'll scan their network and download anything it finds. If you place it in any
Shut up, dude. I'm trying to
there,
listen to her.
it'll do the rest. Bring it back to me and I'll see if I can make sense of whatever it found. Well, looks like we have a winner. RF wave capture complete. Ramping the emitter. 60%, 80%. Emitter spiking but steady. All that's left is to throw the transmit switch. Transmitting in 3, 2, 1.
Oh, Long Johnson.
Stay safe, soldier.
Oh, down piano. Oh, good. Ugh. Are all my Vexy bits intact? I wonder if I could. Maybe I should sneak. I don't know. Oh man, I'm in the Institute. Well, let's definitely save the game, I guess. So this is the Institute. I wonder if they were expecting me or if I got the drop on them. I guess that's my exit, huh? Oh, look at all this sciencey stuff. Do I want a folder?
Hello.
What?
I wondered if you might make it here. You're quite resourceful. I'm known as Father. The Institute is under my guidance. I know why you're here. I'd like to discuss things with you face to face. Please, step into the elevator.
What if I decide to not do that? Alright. This is really cool. Okay. I'm kind of excited. The whole game feels like it's been leading up to this. What's over here? Can I cause any mischief over here? Do I want to cause mischief? What if I join the Institute? Wouldn't that be cool? Join the bad guys? I mean, I guess they're the bad guys, huh? Looks like I don't have any opportunity to interact with anything, so I guess I have to jump into the elevator. All right, let's go. Oh, this could so easily just be a trap. Like they could just.
I can only imagine what you've heard.
They could just stop the elevator here.
I'd like to show you that you may have the wrong impression. Welcome to the Institute. This is the reality of the Institute. This place, these people, the work we do. For over 100 years, we've dedicated ourselves
I'm gonna push this button.
humanity's survival.
Oh.
Decades of research, countless experiments and trials, a shared vision. Science can help shape the future. It has never been easy, and our actions are often misinterpreted by those above ground.
Whoa.
Someday, perhaps, we can show them what we've accomplished. But for now, we must remain underground. There's too much at stake here to risk it all. As you've seen, things above are unstable. I'd like to talk to you about what we can do for everyone. But that can wait. You are here for a specific, very personal reason. You are here for your son.
Okay. I guess I get in here. Where are we going? Alright, well here's a door. Really? I hear footsteps. I suspect that this is a synth because my son should be pretty old right now, right?
Jammed. Sean?
Huh? Yes, I'm Sean.
Sean? Is that really you?
Who are you?
Sean, where is everyone?
Father, what's going on? What's happening?
Sean, are you okay? You're not
I wonder
hurt,
what
are
the.
you?
What's
Where
going
is
on?
everyone?
Father? Father!
Sean, open the door.
I don't know you. Go away. Father! Father, help me! There's someone here, help me!
Oh. I'm pretty sure that's a synth, by the way.
Who is Father? Where is he?
Father? Father, help me! He's trying to take me! Father? Father, help me!
Sean. S923,
Yep.
recall code Cirrus. Fascinating, but disappointing. The child's responses were not at all what I anticipated. He's a prototype, you understand. We're only just now beginning to explore the effects of extreme emotional stimuli. Please try and keep an open mind. I recognize that you are emotional, and that your journey here has been fraught with challenges.
Does he not
Let's
realize,
start anew.
like,
I am Father.
I could just kill this guy right now. I guess, well, I
Welcome
assume I
to
could.
the Institute.
Unless, no. He's probably a synth being remotely operated by an AI. That's what I suspect. Let's see if I'm right.
I could kill you. Right here. Right now.
Yes. Yes, you could. And I would be powerless to stop you.
I have to go with the sarcastic answer.
God. All we're missing are the teacups and the white rabbit.
Ah, levity. Excellent. A sure sign that you adapt quickly to stressful environments. But I need you to realize that this situation is far more complicated than you could have imagined. You have traveled very far, and suffered a great deal to find your son. Well, your tenacity and dedication have been rewarded. It's good to finally meet you. After all this time. It's me. I am Sean. I am your son.
How is that even possible?
I know this is a lot to take in. In the vault, you had no concept of
Yep.
the passage of time.
Yep.
You were released from your pod and went searching for the son you'd lost. But then you learned that your son was no longer an infant, but a 10-year-old boy. You believed that 10 years had passed. Is it really so hard to accept that it was not 10, but 60 years? That is the reality. And here I am, raised by the Institute, and now its leader.
Yeah, that makes sense, actually. So, my character should have seen this coming, right? Because obviously he knows what date it is.
But why? Why take a child? Why take you?
Ah, now that's the question, isn't it? Why me? At that time, the year 2227, the Institute had made great strides in synth production. But it was never enough. Scientific curiosity and the goal of perfection drove them ever onward. What they wanted was the perfect machine. So they followed the best example thus far. The human being. Walking, talking, fully articulate, capable of anything.
Human synths? Really?
Human-like synths. A great distinction. The Institute endeavored to create synthetic organics. The most logical starting point, of course, was human DNA. Plenty of that was available, of course. But it had all become corrupted. In this wasteland, radiation affected everyone. Even in their attempts to shield themselves from the world above, members of the Institute had been exposed. Another source was necessary. But then the Institute found me, after discovering records from Vault 111. An infant, frozen in time, protected from the radiation-induced mutations that had crept into every other human cell in the Commonwealth. I was exactly what they needed. And so it was my DNA that became the basis of the synthetic organics used to create every human-like synth you see today. I am their father. Through science, we are family. The synths, me, and you.
And you've been down here the whole time?
I have. Yes.
Okay. It's not exactly what I expected down here. But hey, that's a interesting plot twist. I mean, I kind of had a feeling that Sean was going to be grown up, and I assumed he would be part of the Institute. I didn't expect him to be the leader of the Institute. But yeah. So what do we do now? You just stop talking to me.
What's going on here?
Please try and keep an open mind. I recognize that you are emotional, and that your journey here has been fraught with challenges.
His
Let's
voice
start
sounds
anew.
familiar.
I am Father. Welcome to the Institute.
Wait, do we get to start over again?
Give me Sean. The real Sean. Right now!
I know. I know.
Just... help me understand what's going on here.
I promised answers. But I need you to realize that you have traveled very far and suffered a great deal to... It's good to finally meet you.
My character just says,
After all this time, I am your son.
It's really you.
Yes. It's true. In the vault. You had no... But then you learned that yours... Is it really so hard? And here I...
Hell of a story. But... I guess it does make sense.
I'm glad you're willing to accept the truth. It's quite encouraging. At that time, the year 2227, scientific curiosity. So they followed the best.
So the weird science experiments needed specimens. That's why they took you.
In a manner of speaking. Yes. The Institute endeavored to create synth. Plenty of that was available, even in their attempts. But then the Institute
I love the way my guy just
found
says,
me. After discovering records, I was exact. I am their father.
I mean, he could be a synth. He could still be a synth.
Sean,
Okay, I'll just believe
it's
him.
really you.
It really is. I know you must have questions. Please. Anything I can do to help you understand.
Your mother. She never got to see you grow up.
Yes. What happened to her was... I've gone over the records of the incident, of course. It seems her death was an unfortunate bit of collateral damage.
Collateral damage? Is that all she was to you?
I forget that it's been such a short time for you. I don't have any direct memories. And I've had my entire life to cope with the loss. Has it always been easy? Of course not. But I've done my best to move on and live my life. For many years, I never questioned who my parents were. I accepted my situation, and that was that. With old age comes regret. And asking what if more often. But what matters now is that you and I have a chance to begin again. What else can I say to ease your mind?
Kellogg. He worked for you?
Kellogg. He was an Institute asset long before I arrived here. It wasn't until I became director that I learned of all the things he'd done. What kind of man he was.
You knew the man was a psychopath, but you used him anyway?
I don't expect you to understand or agree with the decision. The Institute took advantage of Kellogg's vicious nature. I will freely admit that. Institute technology prolonged his life, and his usefulness far beyond any normal human lifespan. He never failed the Institute, but his cruelty became more apparent with every completed objective. I won't lie. It's no coincidence your path crossed his. It seemed a fitting way to allow you, us, to have some amount of revenge. What else can I say to ease your mind?
So you're in charge of the Institute?
I am the acting director, yes. I spent decades working to reach this point. It's a responsibility I take very seriously. The Institute. It's important. It really is humanity's best hope for the future. No matter what.
See, I thought
those
that
above
humanity's
ground
best hope
might
for the
think
future
of
was
us.
actually Mr. House out in New Vegas. I mean, the man said he'd have us back in space in like a decade.
But, Director? Why you?
I was the most qualified for the position. Obviously. I've lived my life within these walls,
I'm surprised he hasn't
dedicated
asked me to take my
science
mask off.
like every other
or
member
helmet.
of the Institute. My hard work has paid off. Ultimately, the Commonwealth has nothing to fear from us. Whatever you've seen or heard, I know I can convince you of that. Just give me time. I know there's more for us to discuss. But the Institute is on the verge of some important breakthroughs. Your presence would be appreciated as we approach them. I've been a part of something amazing here. I've helped to build a life for myself and the people of the Institute. And now, after all these years, you have an opportunity to help with that. Doesn't that intrigue you? Isn't that what you want?
You want me to stay here? In the Institute?
Yes, that is what I propose. Is it so hard to imagine? The Institute can provide a better life than anything above ground. You've been in the Commonwealth. You've seen what it's like. I assure you that you are better off with us.
How can you say that? How can you be so dismissive of all those people? Everything they've done?
Because it is the simple truth. And I believe you know it too. I simply ask that you give the Institute, me, a chance. A chance to show you what I've been telling you. We really do have humanity's best interest at heart. Will you take that chance?
Are you sure you want this?
Yes, I am. It would benefit us both to work together.
I'm kind of curious to see what the Institute's point of view is. I'll just say yes.
Thank you. The Institute is now your home, as much as it is mine. Please take some time, get to know it. Meet the people you'll be working with. You'll want to introduce yourself to the division heads. Dr. Fillmore in Facilities, Dr. Ayo in SRB, Dr. Holdren in Bioscience, and finally Dr. Lee in Advanced Systems. They've all been notified of your arrival, of course. Meet them, and then we'll discuss what comes next.
Well, alright then. Your mother should have swallowed you.
Contact detected. Possibly.
Alright guys, I will see you next episode. Until then, as always, take it easy.